offers because we don't know what's going to be after innovation value now. There's no comparables, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows if the market shifts even 10%, it means it's going to wipe out whatever you're going to make. So that's the issue here. Also, with moving forward, again, if the city is closed, it's going to be hard to get permits. That's going to slow down as well. I think I touched that the vacancy rate is going higher for me anyway, for the student rental. I cannot feel it. What I'm going to do, I think I'm going to pause on purchasing for now. I'm going to wait, sit and wait and see what happens to this on the safe side, just because we don't know what's a good price to pay now. But saying that, it's crazy. Kitchener-Cambridge still has a multiple offers. Last week, we put an offer on the house where we were safe because we had a buyer right away in place, but there were 7 offers and the house went 70% over asking price.
Wow.
What?
Wow. And that was last week. What day?
It was last week.
Last week.
Wow.
This week there's still multiple offers in Kitchener-Cambridge, but it's only a couple people coming forward. So I'm not sure if it must be mostly end buyers, maybe desperate, but my concern is that how they're going to close it if the price is going to shift. For me, as a flipper, it's actually the after innovation value is the most important number here, right? And we make money on a purchase. So that's the reason why I think we're going to put a pause, maybe for a few weeks, and wait and see what happens. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a couple of things. So, I mean, congratulations on the purchase of a new project. That's always exciting, right? And last call, I mean, one of the things I asked people was how many people are still moving forward with, projects, right? How many people are still on the hunt? And it was resoundingly yes, right? I think investors are still, especially investors that have been in the game for a little while, they know that this is that down period, that it's really time to be able to take advantage, not of people, but of the marketplace in terms of what can be done out there. So there's that, right? But then there's this unknown, which is, hey, I don't care how long you've been investing in real estate, right? Like, unless you've lived since the Spanish flu, you've not really experienced this kind of cycle before. So it's like, who else has lived in a pandemic, right? And dealt with this kind of situation. So there is kind of 2 schools of thought that are going on right there. And Joe and I, Tuesday night, we tuned into Corey and Tiffany Young were doing almost a marathon. It was at 7 o'clock, and then I went, I don't know how long, but it was a couple of hours, yeah. Right? Where they were having different people on. And Dave Dubois, I think, was leading a lot of that, or Dubois. And part of it was, have funds available, be liquid at this point in time. Opportunities are going to come up. It may not be right now. It might be in 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. But be ready to move when things open up for opportunity. So I hear what you're saying on it. And I mean, from a human level, right? We want you to do awesome. You do amazing work. It's beautiful stuff.
Thank
right?
you.
It really, really is. So if anyone in the group right here doesn't know Leanna, you can find her on Facebook and you can follow her and all that kind of stuff. But great flipper, really, really great team. She's got her systems down pat, and the work is just phenomenal. Like, the end result is beautiful. It's not just, hey, we're going to do a little bit of paint. She goes in and she takes care of business. So great job going on.
Thank you, Raymond, and thank you for putting these Zooms together. Like, I mean, in this time, it's essential to get them together, to share our feelings, and kind of being able to move forward.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel the same, right? It's great for us to be able to jump on and we get some adult conversation, which is like key for keeping sane. So let's see where we're at right now. So the time clock never comes in. When you got so much time, it's only when you're counting down, right here. So a couple things have happened. So don't forget to record. So yes, I'm recording part 2. So I hope that I've exported part 1 properly so far. And we have had a couple things uploaded right here. So I see Black Swan events. I'm not sure what that's about, but there was a request to Darren. If you didn't download his file in the first round, it was a request to do it again. I'll reach out to Darren and see if I can get him to send it, and I'll post it up on our BV&Co page if we can't retrieve that one. So I think that'll be our recovery plan for that one. But yeah, so the next speaker up is John Benitez. So you're rocking the Detroit today, are you, buddy? All right, let me unmute you there. Fantastic. So yeah, you got Detroit happening today, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, rocking the D.
Right. Wasn't today the start of like spring training or something like that?
I don't even know. Everything's at a halt right now.
Yeah, I know, right? Like who's even thinking about that? I heard something about like, oh yeah, baseball's not happening. And I was like, yeah, is that news? And then they said something about spring training. I'm like, well, I guess it is that time of the year, right? Where usually like we start to hear those great stories coming out of Dunedin, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, you know, the guys are up on the mound and that sort of stuff. So
yeah, I was looking forward to the Blue Jay season too, but I don't know what's happening there. But
yeah, well, you know, we will wait and see, right? Like the rest of it. So just quickly, I'll kind of set you up here, John, and then you can tell us a little bit about what's going on with you and Top of Mind. But I got to meet John and his wife, Diana, in person, actually, back in January. It was with the Keyspire Summit. And of all things, right, I've been chatting with them online, and I really like them. I mean, they're awesome people. So I was just getting along really, really well. And then we rolled into the hotel that night, and I see them sitting in the hotel lobby bar. And of course, we just like pull up 2 chairs, and we spent the rest of the night chit-chatting like old friends. So yeah, we're big fans. And Diana and John, they are real estate investors like the rest of us. I love their name, which is Dijon. So I'll let you take it away, man. Tell us what's going on with you, how things are going, projects, what's top of mind for you.
Thanks. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank BV&Co for all this, because this is, you know, we're all used to networking. And obviously, I guess it's net worth is the Zoom thing now. So, you know,
yeah,
I want to thank you guys for doing this, because, like, you know, I think last week I was talking to Dee that, you know, I was going through network withdrawal. I didn't, you know what I mean? I was like, what do we do? What do we do? You know, I was like, you know, trying to bite my ear. But you know, this is excellent. This is great. You know, but before I just even jump into what we've been going through, on Facebook, we got hacked. So I just wanted to apologize to everybody for getting that message, because everyone was reaching out to me and saying, yo, what's going on? Is this you? Is this you? I'm telling everybody, don't open it, don't open it. And then like my phone was blowing up. There was like, I think 30 messages, and I'm trying to tell everybody, don't open it, don't open it. I was telling Anna, don't open it. Oh my God, I don't know what happened. I think they somehow got into our Facebook Messenger, and then we had to delete it and then hop back on. So, but yeah, I just want to clarify that yeah, we didn't send that to you guys. So yeah, we don't market that way. We don't market that way.
I knew right away it wasn't you guys. Like I could just tell. I was like, no, this is not you guys, right? But yeah, thanks for clearing that up. But talk to us. You got a project going on. You're working on a multi-unit right now, and we've seen some awesome posts coming up on the Facebook with some of the interior design, those little pops of Dijon. But yeah, talk to us about. Yeah,
that's all Dee. That's all wifey. She's you know, the interior design. She loves it. She's got the eye. I'm just the contractor. So, so yeah, we before I jump into that project, just wanted to talk about what's going on with how the COVID-19 impacted us. Right, everything changes every hour. So we got in touch with our contractors, and you know, they you know what, they don't feel safe. The tenants didn't feel safe. So, you know, we had to message everybody saying, you know what, we're gonna put on a hold on this one. And the general contractor, lead general contractor is sick as we speak. Two of our tenants are sick. But you know, that's on a hold right now, but we're still moving forward. I was actually busy today. I had besides, you know, calls with everybody here, I was still doing screening tenants. You know, our boiler system's acting up, so you know, I'm still trying to keep afloat here. But back to the project, yeah, that's where it's at right now. Everything's on a hold right now, but we're still screening tenants. But yeah, that's going well. That's going well. So we finally found a candidate. I was actually talking to just to jump on our ad. we weren't getting bites on our ad, but we our coach Catherine gave us some really good tips on how to modify it and better pictures, staging. Once we did that, my phone started blowing up, and we have 3 candidates now. We're going through applications and going through screenings now still. So that worked out well.
So let's pause there for a second, John, because I think you touched on something which is really good, because Anna talked about it as well, which is she's got, I think it was a 2-bedroom unit or a unit that she's filling there. But, so here you are, you've got your building, right? Your contractors are on hold, your tenants are expressing concern, everyone is a little bit freaked out, but you're actually seeing some positive results with your posts and your ads. But how are you screening? Like, are you doing calls? Are you doing the Zoom?
Good question. I was just going to jump into that. So we do the protocol, right? If they can't follow simple instructions, then we got to move on. So the ones that can follow the instructions, I set up a call. I have like 2 pages of, it's fun. I actually enjoy it because I have the protocol questions, and then when I like them, I throw like this rapid fire 5 questions. You'll be surprised. I caught a lot of crazy ones. So yeah, that's been working out. After that, if I like them, then they can look at the unit. But as of COVID-19, we did a virtual tour now. So me and Dee recorded the unit, going through it, and we, on last Sunday we had some tenants look into one of our units, and we just kept our distance. We gave them gloves. They liked the virtual tour, so they came in the following day to look at it. So we got to adjust to these times. So I think the next one we're gonna go in one by one. So we'll give them the virtual tour, and then if they like it, we'll wait in the car. If they'll do the tour while they're on the phone. So I know this thing went down, and we found great tenants. So it's weird. I know it's bad timing, but the downfall on that is going. How has COVID-19 impacted your job? Because a lot of people are working, a lot of people are not working. So, we can't predict the future. So, but we're still trying to, see how it's impact your income.
So I love it. It's a little bit of use of technology, being proactive. Now there is a question here, and he might just be winding you up. It's from Darcy. So it's your staging tips for beds. I'm not sure what that's all about.
Yes. I remember that one.
Okay. So I was talking to Darcy yesterday, and all it is 4 cardboard boxes and then inflatable mattresses on top. That's it. And then
Brilliant.
That's it. And then you can just use the boxes to haul your lamps, to haul in your, your candles, your flowers, you know what I mean? And it worked. So we have a staging kit now. So yeah, we just, we got a staging kit now, and we just need a rug, and maybe, you can't lug a couch. So, we're trying to find like benches and ottomans. So yeah, it honestly, it totally changed when I bought like a wider lens for my camera. It made the units look bigger, and then and then I brightened it up, and it looks like even more clean. And then with Dee's touch, like Catherine said, it's dead space. You got to give it life. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. And then I don't know, I guess it wasn't working at first. I only had like 2 applicants, but they didn't like the layout. And then I was like, whatever, you know what I mean? What can you do? But now we have 4 candidates for 1 unit. So it's incredible. It's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is really, really good. So John, tell us, I don't think we disclosed, and give us a geographical area. You don't have to tell us the physical address, but what market is that property in?
Hamilton.
That's in Hamilton.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And
both of my properties are in Hamilton. So I got 4-plex on our own, and we have a 12-unit building with Jamie and Leslie.
Gotcha. Okay. And then in terms of the kind of profile now that you're attracting, so better pictures, better staging, obviously. I mean, you've gone premium level staging from what we're hearing, so that's fantastic. But in terms of the type of profile that you're getting now, tell us what that's looking like.
Yeah. It does. It makes a huge difference on how you lay it out. I think, I don't know if it's coincidence, but we got early, like late 20s, university students, got a law clerk. It's just all over the place. I don't know. I think it's just Hamilton, right? It's that I think you have to show the cleanliness, because a lot of people are skeptical on the Hamilton tenants. So, but it's a mix, so mixed. The definition of mixed is you'll see like nurses walk in, but then you'll see a crackhead. So it's just like, whoa, no. So it's such a huge mix. It's a mix.
Well, it's great to know that you're practicing equal opportunity for all those people out there. That's fantastic. So we definitely give you kudos for that one. No doubt about that. Right on, John. Well, you know, like I want to say thanks for coming on and sharing, right?
Thank you. Thank both of you guys.
Yeah, I think this is great. I think this is really, really good. So
yeah, and thank everyone here. Like this is crazy. You know what I mean? It's, you know, we're all so used to that, you know, there's always a networking event. You look forward to it. It's coming up, you know, you know what I mean? What can I bring to the table? But now it's, you know, we're all sheltered and we can only rely on this. So, and, you know, I was telling everybody, we need this because we give each other energy, you know, and honestly, my energy level was going down until I started making phone calls, and, you know, my energy level started rising and rising. And honestly, it's so true, because we all need that energy, and it helps us, right? It helps us get by. But yeah, it's like a breath of fresh air.
I hear you 110% on that one. And I'll even say this, right? Since things have shifted for me, I've noticed that my intake of positive information has dropped off dramatically, right? I was going to the gym in the morning, I put on the earbuds, and I'd listen to, you know, I went through How to Think and Grow Rich. That was done. I got into the cash quadrant, you know, and then I've halted, right? So it's like all that good stuff that I was pouring inside of my brain and really kind of directing into my energy on a daily basis, that is, you know, come down to a trickle. So for us, this is the same kind of thing, right? It's jumping on and sharing with everyone out there. And I think today's session has actually been really, really good, getting different perspectives right across the board, right? So I want to say congrats and thanks for sharing what's going on in terms of your project right now, in terms of how you guys are managing the overall process, and then really giving us some of your learned, you know, your learned tips and techniques in terms of staging, how to be able to get the best ads, be able to get those best shots out there. So that's fantastic, right? And it's nice to know that, you know, you're doing it all yourself, right? You didn't farm it out to hire a photographer and bring them in, right? You guys are taking care of business on your own. So that's really, really huge. I'm going to throw it over here. So there's been some questions that are popping up right here, and I'm just going to go back. And Joe is so good at keeping me organized here, everyone. So
yes, Joe.
Yes, buddy. I mean, not really. I just try to whisper to him, stop looking at the questions. Because he does lose his train of thought.
Yeah, I do. I totally get off track right away. Okay, so I saw Anna clarify what a black swan is, which is, an unpredictable event that is beyond what is normally expected of a situation and it has potentially severe consequences. Okay, so that's a black swan, everyone. That's the good news of the day. It looks like Darren has, thank you very much, Darren, re-uploaded the tenant communications, so we got that going on. Let me see what else is happening in the new messages over here. Tony is making a point right here about the reality check, right? Good debt to service or debt service ratios. And I totally agree with that one, Tony. And I think that the benefit of doing this is I know that there's new investors, and thanks for jumping on. And it really helps to be able to benefit from learning from people that have been in this a little bit longer, what they're doing, how they're mitigating some of that risk, some of the steps that they're taking. From Anna's point of view and her expertise, you know, moving on forward, we've learned a lot of great information. I think Grant offered a major tip right there, which is we don't use the word discount, right? We don't get that out of your you know, your vernacular. Just chuck that one to the side, right? And then Anna chimed in with regards to, geez, can I use your last month's rent? Well, legally, what does that now mean, right?
No, yeah, exactly. You know what? Just to touch on what Grant said, you know, when all those news headlines came on, discounts of rent, and I'm not paying rent. Like I got tenants like going on my phone, giving me screenshots saying, okay, so what? We don't pay rent now? I was like, you know what? I didn't even, I took a step back. Okay, you know what? I got to really look at this and answer this. So, you know, after digging, you know, you got to be sympathetic, you know, at the same time, because we did give them professional, we messaged them, we replied, we gave them a professional message, but they didn't take, they didn't take it very well. So I messaged them back saying, you know what, we're all in this together, gave them the, you know, the nice, you know, just, you know, that we're all in this together. And then, you know, that calmed everything down, and, you know, but see, like, they're on, I think what they were trying to do was to see if they're on a fixed income.
Yeah.
So it's different. You know what I mean? It's different. They have income coming in. Other people don't, you know? So I guess that's the advantage of those kind of tenants, right? So.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that. So I want to open it up right here for some questions all around. I see that Tony is kind of added to it right here. Let me see. It says, quick question for Anna or anyone. Although good relationships with tenants would not be to charge interest, but legally, can we? And if so, what rate is for delayed rent? So I'm assuming what you're saying to that one is, Tony, is that you would offer to pay on behalf of your tenants and then charge them interest on that payment. Is that what I'm hearing here?
That's really only if we delay them rent, or allow them to pay over several months. And again, it's you know, I know there was a comment earlier that might be nice not to charge them rent for a couple of months, but if we end up delaying, or if they try and say insist that they can't do it, can we?
That's a really good question. I don't have the answer to that specifically. Hey, buddy, how you doing? You're up from your nap? Okay, well, you know what that means, everyone. Here, my little guy's going to come into the screen here, everyone. There you go, buddy. Okay. Just pretend like you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that one. Does anyone know the answer to that particular question? If you could then do it as a loan, and is that legal to be able to charge interest? So I think at this point in time, Tony, like, Grant's got a, yeah, go ahead, Grant.
I wouldn't touch it, to be honest with you. I don't want to get into any type of lending situation with a tenant. Again, I'm all about, you know, being a human being, and if they're in a tough situation, kind of work with them. But I personally would still treat it as though it's a business and draft up the kind of appropriate paperwork and stuff as though they just didn't pay their rent. But I wouldn't want to be in a situation where I'm trying to recoup back kind of out of my pocket per se, or try to profit off them necessarily, right? If you're charging an interest, it could just be taken a wrong way, kind of given the circumstances. So.
Thanks, Grant. That's good perspective.
Yeah, that's great perspective. And this is William, everyone. This is my number one guy right here. So he's just joined us after nap time. I'll look to wrap it up here, folks, because, you know, my window, my power hour is now at its end, and I'm going to have to go back into full-time dad mode, which is great. Anyone else have any questions, thoughts, anything on your mind before we wrap it up here? Anna just commented she would not charge interest. So, okay, so good thoughts on that particular one. Okay, cool, guys. Well, just to wrap it up right here, I want to give some shout outs to my buddies from the East Coast. So, you know, we make friends as we go, which is fantastic. And Sean Carney was a big friend to me this particular week. He reached out. I had a day of frustration. Oh, are you cutting us off, Will? Oh, geez. Okay, give Dada one more second to wrap it. Okay, then I'll throw it over to you to wrap it. Okay. Right. Yeah, Sean, I just want to say thanks very much for being an ear to listen. Right, it's great to be able to have people to vent to, and sometimes you hit those walls of frustration. So I really do appreciate that. And then we got some other great people from the East Coast. Trevor, I saw you on here, and Ryan, I saw you on here as well. So one of the things that I really enjoy is getting the perspective from east to west. The West representatives are Chris and Sari out in Souk, the land of Souk, where it's like awesome. You guys are having an amazing time, I see. Jim's out there. I don't know if he's on the island. I think he might be mainland or North Vancouver. So he's technically not as far west. And then we got the guys all the way from the east. So thanks everyone for jumping on today. Really do appreciate it. I'm going to run these Thursdays 2:30. Next week we'll go to the pro version, so we won't get chopped off. But I think that's everything for today, everyone. So Will, you want to wrap it up, buddy? Yeah? What do you want to say?
I got my cookies.
You want your cookies. Well, with that being said, everyone, I think that I got my next mission in front of me. So
Bye, guys.
have a great day.
Bye, guys. Bye. Look at all the waves. Can you wave? Yeah.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Say bye,
Bye, guys.
Bye.
There you go. Enjoy the cookie. We will.
See you guys. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
All right. Bye,
See
guys.
ya.